And do you remember the first time you met Harrison?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Tell us.
You sure? You want me to tell you the story?
Yeah, we'll take out the bad stuff.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad, bro. What you want to talk about? What should I say? Why are we here? Why are we here? I can speak on behalf of Harrison if you want. My name is Riccardo and I make music as Black Loops. More recently as Paffetti as well, which is my surname. And is the name I use for more like techy, trippy sounds, I would say. I've done a remix for Harrison BDP and it's coming out on Serenity Records. So I grew up in a small town in Tuscany, it's called Arezzo. We used to have a big festival, which was actually the biggest free festival in Europe, called Arezzo Wave. And I was working for this festival when I was a kid. I was from 16 years old on. Now I'm a big older, I'm 42. And I got to see for free so many great acts like Saint Germain, Moby, Chemical Brothers. So that is my start digging on electronic music, and I wanted to pursue this thing of making music and DJing eventually. At some point I felt the need to move away from Italy because there was not so many things going on. There is a bit of culture abyss, I would say. So then I moved to Berlin and I was in Berlin for 14 years. That has had a big impact on my musical taste and also the way I produce music. So I learned a lot, especially being in a city which still is one of the capital of electronic music, beside of London as well, obviously. Now I'm back in Italy, I became a father, I keep making music in Italy, but I would say my roots are most likely in places like Berlin. So me and Harrison BDP, we are in the same agency since a while now. It's been 7 years almost. We know each other since before because we happen to play in some parties together. So the real story is that we booked him in Berlin because I used to run a party called Coffin. We booked him in Berlin 2018 or 17 in a club called Ipse that unfortunately burned down during COVID. And that's where I met him. The rest is history. A few months ago he told me that he had this EP coming out on Serenity Records. He told me that the proceeds of the record were going to a charity called Calm that takes care of people with mental health issues. I made this remix with my other moniker, which is called Paffetti. And as you can hear, it's pretty different from the stuff I do as Black Loops. And I thought it was also a good chance to put out some stuff with this new style. Lately I've been digging a lot of tech house and electro from end of 90s, early 2000s, something like the Peace Division or H Foundation and those sort of flavor, which is trippy, a bit dark, but still, groovy. And so yeah, I wanted to try to do something that comes close to that style, So over the years, I've been lucky to play pretty much all over the world: China, Australia, America, North America, South America, all over Europe, blah blah blah, South Africa as well. And I would say two of the best clubs. There happens to be one in New York and it's called Public Records. It's just a beautiful club with a crazy sound system, and you can feel the New York vibes there. And the other one is Stereo Montreal in Canada. That was probably my favorite one because it's a kind of funny club because they don't sell alcohol. you can feel it in the vibe is different. One of those places where you can feel that the people are coming for the music and to listen what the DJ is playing, and they come informed, sort of, you know, they know what to expect. They have culture, you know. So right now I'm working on my second album, which is going out as Paffetti, aka Black Loops, because it has this specific style that is not really the Black Loops style. And I keep making music as Black Loops. We release something on free range, but I want to focus more on doing live with Black Loops and DJ with Paffetti. That's it.
I'm Colin Mel. I started Serenity Records about, I think, 6 years ago now. So yeah, I run Serenity Records, which is a record label focused on underground dance music that raises essential awareness and funding for mental health charities. It's a topic very, very close to my heart, and I think it's something we definitely need more focus on. I basically started the label with a friend of mine at the time. We were at Gotwood and we were talking about mental health issues, and we just kind of like we're sat in this big kind of yurt tent, and we just kind of like was talking about it, like, why is there not kind of a record label that kind of raises awareness for mental health issues? And we both wanted to start a record label but didn't really have any interest in making money from it or anything like that. And yeah, the idea kind of came about, and then it just kind of was coming up with a name which took ages. I think it was going to be Serene for a while, and then kind of like deviated to Serenity. But I think from the idea it came into fruition was the June 2019, I want to say, maybe 2020. And then by kind of August, we kind of had the idea, and it was just a matter of time until we got the pricing and distribution deal with Juno, who are our first distributors, and then the first release came out a few months later after that. It's really tricky. Obviously, people go to clubs, they lose their inhibitions, they put themselves in quite like a vulnerable state, kind of to seek kind of like transcendence on dance floors. But it's obviously really difficult, but I do think there has been a shift. There's definitely been kind of an increase in awareness in the last like 5 years. A lot of clubs like Fabric, for example, have a really good kind of like first aid and kind of medical room. People feel very comfortable going there, and if they're kind of feeling like anxious or any kind of issues, the staff deal with you really, really well. And I don't think that was the case several years ago. I think a lot of people in kind of these groups that go out quite a lot, in like friendship groups, a lot of people are now looking after their friends a lot more and aware of like people having issues or people feeling a certain way. I think going out is definitely getting more catered towards mental health issues, definitely. So we've done, this is the 8th one, the one with Harrison, Harry, Wills, Warner and Riccardo. So that would be the 8th final release. We did a digital release for World Mental Health Day in October, which was our first digital release. I mean, I can't really pick a favourite release. I mean, I've enjoyed working on all of them. I mean, they all have a different story. All of the releases on Serenity, they're not really defined by genre. They're kind of just defined by like a feeling of kind of like positivity and kind of something that you can listen to on the dance floor at home that kind of allows you to kind of seek a positive feeling when you might not have that, or wherever you might be going through. So yeah, they span everything within dance music, but I couldn't really pick a favourite. I mean, the one coming out is pretty good though. Next for the label, so I feel we're gonna, obviously this release is coming out on June the 3rd, and I like to allow kind of like 4 or 5 months until the next release gets announced, because we're living in such a fast-paced world where kind of social media algorithms are really fast-paced, and people sometimes miss stuff that gets announced, and people can discover a record anytime.
Great label, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank
That was
you.
really good, by the way. Fascinating.
Oh, thank you.
I can see why you've got the whole image with the label as well now. It kind of makes a bit more
For the heads?
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that people minds together. Yeah, looking after each other. Yeah.